September 6, 1976, Soviet pilot Viktor Belenko lands a MiG-25 Foxbat at a Japanese airfield and requests asylum, handing the Americans the most valuable intelligence prize of the Cold War, an intact Soviet interceptor that NATO has feared for a decade. U.S. engineers swarm the aircraft, expecting to find cutting-edge technology, and what they discover makes them laugh. The airframe is welded steel instead of titanium. The avionics are 1950s vacuum tubes instead of transistors, and there's a bottle of vodka in the toolkit because Soviet ground crews need alcohol to de-ice the fuel system. Aviation Week publishes humiliating technical assessments, calling it a flying brick with engines that melt if pushed past Mach 2.8. Western military planners relax. The Soviet super interceptor is a paper tiger, overweight and primitive. But in Moscow, Soviet engineers aren't laughing. They're reading every American analysis, taking notes on every weakness exposed, and they're already building the response. Welcome to Shadow Works. Today we open the file on the MiG-31 Foxhound, the plane that wasn't a bluff, the interceptor built to hunt cruise missiles, SR-71s, and even satellites. The Belenko defection became the most expensive intelligence gift the Soviets ever gave the West, and the most motivating humiliation. The engineers at Nikoyan Design Bureau pulled the MiG-25 apart themselves, not as enemies but as critics, looking at their own creation through American eyes and hating what they saw. Every Western insult became a requirement for the next generation. Can't turn, fix the aerodynamics. Blind below the horizon, build a revolutionary radar. Destroys its own engines, develop better metallurgy. Vacuum tube dinosaur, strip out every analog component and start over. They kept everything that worked, the speed, the altitude capability, the raw power, but they rebuilt everything else from scratch with one goal: humiliate the Americans who humiliated us. 1981. The MiG-31 Foxhound enters service, and Western intelligence immediately realizes something has changed. From a distance, it looks like a MiG-25, same massive twin engines, same angular profile, but the differences are profound and terrifying. Second crew member for systems management, completely redesigned aerodynamics allowing actual maneuverability, digital fly-by-wire replacing mechanical controls, and most importantly, a radar system so advanced it wouldn't appear on Western fighters for another 15 years. This isn't an upgraded Foxbat,